good afternoon and welcome to this edition of Valley Spotlight.
How did we get so lucky?
How awesome is this? The mayor is here of Youngstown.
We got a few hours to spend with you here down at Bistro 1907, which is going to be opening on July 9th.
Right.
So that's one of the reasons that, Mayor, you were okay with us coming down and having some
love
fun,
a Bistro
right?
1907. So anytime I can get a chance to come in here, open or close, I'm coming.
What's the state of Youngstown right now?
Right now, Youngstown is like anywhere else. We're trying to feel our way through coming out of COVID-19, the racial, injustice around the country. But I think if you look at Youngstown and what we're doing, we're moving forward. We're kind of like resilient people. We'll keep marching.
What we do.
If you say slow down, we'll slow down, but we're going to continue to march. And I see that with the people. I see that with the business owners. I see that with people just wanting to get out. But we're also kind of saying, we'll go out slowly. We're not going to just jump out like any other communities out there.
Slowly and carefully, making sure everybody's very, very safe. But Mayor, I do have to say, we watched so many cities erupt with so much outrage over, racial discrepancies and so many issues. And you managed to keep Youngstown and all of our surrounding communities quietly protesting and quietly standing up for a lot of things that need to be stood up for. But you did it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't do it by myself. That's the key. We had a team. It was the Youngstown residents who said, this is our community. We're not going to have you come disrupt it. But also our law enforcement. Our Chief Lees and his staff, they let the protesters protest peacefully, and they walked with them all day long. The Youngstown residents walked with them all day long. They let them have their voices heard, and that's what I think the great success was.
I do feel like it was a proud moment to be in Youngstown to watch it happen. I have to say that.
Last show we had the YSU basketball coach on, and you got the chance to talk to the team. What message do you convey to those guys?
I tell them that we're here for them, and they're not by themselves. If they need support, and we need them to be engaged as much as they can. Those that are here, and when they get back, I need them on the streets. I need them to help me to move this next generation forward.
Yeah. Why do you think Youngstown's not as angry as some of the other communities?
I think the anger's there, but we just kind of figured out how to channel it, because you can protest all day, but if you don't have any action steps, I think now we're talking action steps. What's going to happen next? What's it going to look like? So that we don't have a repeat of what's happened across the nation to happen here. It could happen here, but we try not to make sure, we try to put things in place to keep that from happening.
Yeah. I know people want to know, when can we get some shows down here? When can we go back to the Cavelli Center? When can we go to the AMP? Do you think it'll be this summer? I hate putting you on the spot.
No, you're not.
But everybody's asking.
Well, I had that same conversation with Eric Ryan. I think we're going to have some local acts.
I know him.
I think we want to do local acts. I think that's when you're going to see something to give us a sense of, okay, we can go down to the amphitheater. We can hold 4,000. If we had 500 people down there,
that's better than none.
We can social distance.
We will follow the rules.
You can stay in your circle. Yes, if you wear your mask when you're not sipping or eating. I think that's going to happen just to give us a sense of going outside and feeling community again. That's going to be our community moment.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yes.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
You're going to cook with us now.
Yes.
In just a few minutes, so it's going to be good.
One of his favorites.
Dishes
is our favorite
here.
too.
Yes.
But first,
I took a trip down to downtown Sharon, and one of the businesses there that it still continues to thrive to this day for over 20 years now is the Penn, Ohio Cigar Shop. And when you walk in there, have you been there?
No, I haven't.
You need to go.
I do now. You're telling me.
It is like walking back in time to a time where the attention to detail and simplicity speaks volumes in a place that you will never forget. Well, for those of you who haven't been to the great streets of downtown Sharon as of late, this is a reason to do it, especially if you're of age and cigars are something that you take interest in. We're here at Penn, Ohio, and we have George, the owner, here with us today. So, George, hi.
How are you, Lauren?
I'm good.
Good to see you again.
Nice to see you, too. We've been talking about being able to catch up and bring this story to our viewers for a couple of years now, and I'm so happy to see you.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate you guys coming out here. It's very nice of you.
No problem, no problem. For people that have never been here, walking into your store, walking into this shop, it's sort of like a walk back in time. The details of the shop, everything that you have here, obviously makes you feel like home, makes you feel like you want to stay.
Yeah. Well, no, we like them to stay. We just like them to leave too, at night, But I appreciate that. We went to the old tobacco store the way they used to be. It's only cigars, cigar accessories, pipes, pipe tobacco, pipe accessories. No lottery, no cigarettes, no bulk tobacco, and it just changes. It just changes the guys will hang in here because there's two different smells in the smoke. You know what I mean? So it makes it a little easier. Now, after this many years, it's kind of where they hang out. You know, they're in my chair, and what's not that it was mine before isn't mine anymore.
You don't have a chair anymore.
Not have a chair anymore.
We had to pull this one in for you.
Shut the door.
So
Yeah.
you could have a place to sit.
Yeah.
When you say the simplicity of what it is that you offer, a lot of businesses think that they have to continue to grow, have to continue to evolve, have to continue to grow with the customer, and you've done a really good job of staying in your lane.
We did. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. We did stay in our lane, but the reason being is this was a hobby for me. I was working full time, so I would come over here. It was easy. My father used to smoke cigars, and my brother-in-laws. I have 5 brother-in-laws, and a couple of them smoke cigars and that kind of thing. And when we had a store in Niles for a while, and then we expanded because during the boom, I had some licensing with different companies that nobody could get at that time because you'd already had them, and they weren't adding any more because they couldn't keep up with the demand. So I just kind of went with that. And then in 2012, I got kind of lucky, and they bought my insurance business out, and then they gave me someplace to go because I was too young to retire, so it makes it a little different now. I can do.
So the things that people are going to notice that are, for guys that are cigar aficionados and women that really take a liking to this, your selection out there. I mean, this is not something that comes together in one day. Like, this takes years to learn and to understand.
Yeah, it does. It does. And the magazine at one time when that boom was going on was the size of a Spiegel catalog, and now it's because smoking is taboo everywhere.
Right.
We got our own little niche,
Right.
and because of that, I think that you stay in business, you just stay on top of things. I mean, you got to try to understand how to run your business. And I think we've learned along the way. It's just stayed steady, and we didn't change very much.
What's your favorite part about coming here?
Same guys all the time. I mean, it's amazing. It's just, there's guys out there 25 years, 26 years that are the same guys. Same guys get up and get out of their seats when they come. It's the truth. It is the truth. They come out of their seats. Oh, George is here, and this guy will get up and go sit over here because this guy's sitting over. It just becomes a habit. It's like being at home.
Right.
Right. It really is. It's funny. You're sitting in your father's chair. He comes home. You get out of his chair.
I have to admit, the chairs and the ambiance within just the experiences you walk through the shop. You really paid a lot of attention to different details that most people wouldn't even think of doing. I mean, just the door coverings and the sconces and the feel of it. Is that all you, or who did that?
No, it was. I did it with the help of carpenters and
Right.
Painters and guys like that who I've had over the years that did a great job. But we designed it. And that brick is like 1864. This building was built. So we polished up the brick and that kind of thing. And I think that what's gone on is we just, with the same guys, and I'm very lucky. Most of the guys that work for me have been here a long time, and they're not working because they're earning a living. They're retirees, they write their schedule, and they're the old school guys that went to work. When we open at 10 o'clock, they're here 5 after 9. That I don't suffer the employee issues of maybe a Dunkin' Donuts where you go in and don't see the same person. And very fortunate with that as you wind down, because there's nothing I wouldn't do for them. That's what makes us work. I mean, the employees have been steady, and they cover each other, and it's pretty nice. It really is,
I think it's remarkable, and for people who just want to, take a trip out here to downtown Sharon, see these beautiful streets, and hang out with really good people. Tell everybody where you're located and the phone number in case they want to get a hold of you.
We're at 91 East State Street in Sharon, PA, and it's 330. No, I'm wrong. 724-342-2366. I never call here. I never call here. I
was getting the cell phone number.
I almost get my cell phone number. Yeah, it was.
George, always a pleasure to see you, and we wish you guys continued success in the middle of the COVID-19 outbreak. You guys seem to be figuring way through it, which is a testament to clients and to good management.
Yes, thanks very much. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, that was was pretty cool. Much like the mayor, I had no idea that was even there.
I know, and the thing is it's one of those like really well-kept secrets, and it's, you know, the same guys, but they also welcome people in. You know, they're willing to make friends and willing to teach you a thing or two about tobacco and cigars and the history of it. And when you walk through it, it's like an actual history lesson, like the place itself.
The guys in my town meet at McDonald's.
Yes, you could go. They could go meet there,
and then go over to the smoke shop.
And only one person pours the coffee. So
Okay.
they are taking the COVID restrictions very seriously as you can when you have a cigar shop. But like, you know, the gloves and the masks and making sure that the, you know, usable spaces are really clean.
Right.
So I have to give them credit.
We're not condoning smoking, but
No.
you know, if that's your thing, then you have a new place to go. Someplace cool to check out.
Some things, yeah.
All right, when we come back, speaking of the mayor.
I was going to say this is big.
Yeah, he one of his favorite things when he comes downtown to Bistro is the chicken wings and the onion rings, which that's
they're
okay with
literally
me.
big.
Yeah, I know. So we're gonna cook them, and there are way more steps than you would think just to make your run-of-the-mill chicken wings. So we'll have that for you when we return.
Honey, you snore so loud, I can't believe how loud you snore. And I'm like, what?
And he claims I quit breathing. I've tried 4 different masks to make it work, and I just can't do it. And I'll be honest with you, I did not know what REM sleep felt like before the appliance. I really did not. I never had that deep of a sleep before.
Welcome to Pesto's Test Kitchen. Mr. Mayor, Tito Brown with us. Mr. Cook, Mark Canzonetta.
Mark Canzonetta, I'm here. I'm in the house. I'm in my own house.
Because he owns the place. What are we making today?
We're making Mr. Mayor Tito Brown's favorite thing. I talked to my wife. I go, what do you think Tito wants? She goes, he wants wings.
Is that true?
I love it. I love the chicken wings here.
Yeah?
When I come here, if I don't eat it here, I'm taking some home.
And we should say, if we're in the kitchen, it's okay not to wear a mask because it's actually kind of dangerous to
The
wear a mask.
governor has said that. Dr. Acton, in her former role,
Just so
said
you know.
that.
So you always get the chicken wings.
That's it.
How many can you polish off? Just be honest.
What's coming in order?
8.
8 in an order.
8 easy.
2 orders?
80, no.
Okay, all right.
That's 8 for me, and then maybe we'll take 8 for the wife.
I love it. All right, first step is...
Well, the first step is you always want to source a quality chicken wing. And like I was explaining to Mr. Mayor, we want to have a fresh wing, okay? Because a fresh wing, you're going to retain all that great moisture, succulent. When you go down to the bone, when you eat a wing that's been previously frozen, you're going to notice that it looks a little brown, reddish.
Okay.
That's because all the blood in the bone in the freezing process pushes out to the outside of the bone.
Right.
So when they're fresh, you can tell because it just looks like chicken like you normally eat, clean.
Okay.
You know. So, but the second step is, for me, what's very important. I love to make a brine. So our wings are called PBR wings, and that's because when I was growing up, my first beer I ever had was good old fashioned. Here we go, segment promotion, Pabst Blue Ribbon. Okay, so that's going to be a big part of it. But we're going to build a brine, and you can build a brine any way you want to, because what a brine is going to do, because of the sugar and salt, it's going to impart more moisture inside, because the wing is going to, the proteins in the wing are going to suck up that flavor of the brine. So, Mr. Mayor, you want to get started?
Absolutely.
This is the one we use at Bistro.
All right.
We
Did
got a
you
pan.
even know they did brine before
I
chicken
did
wings?
not.
Okay.
I did not.
I thought that was the
I
only
just thought it was, you
Just
come,
take the wing,
you
fry it.
drop them in, and that's it.
Right.
No wonder my wings don't taste that good.
Well, now we know.
So what do we start with?
We're going to start with fresh thyme.
All?
And
Or just a little?
all of it. Put it all in there.
Okay.
Put all the lemons in there. Now you can put the lemons in, you can have them, you can quarter them, you can do whatever you want. Some fresh peppercorns, whole peppercorns, some salt and sugar.
Well, it's already cooking. You hear it?
Now, big important part is some apple cider vinegar.
Love it.
Apple cider vinegar. You want to do that? See,
Because
that's
why, Mark?
Now, well, the apple cider vinegar has that beautiful acidic flavor, has a little bit of apple background, a little bit of residual sugar. Now we're going to add that Pabst Blue Ribbon beer.
All of just a little.
All of it. Put it all in there.
That means you can't save some for
I
yourself.
was thinking, you saw that, right? You saw that. Take a little swig.
It's been done. I'm sure it's been done. All right, so that's the beer.
So there, and then we're going to add some water.
Oh.
all of it. So what we're going to do with this brine is we're going to bring that just to a boil.
You need that smell.
Doesn't that smell good?
Smell it meter now.
It smells really good. I can smell the thyme.
Different. And the beer. There's the beer.
And the beer for sure.
Wow.
So what we're going to do is for this brine, because this is an easy step, I learned this from my friend Guy Fieri, my former employer, great chef, and he's doing so much great humanitarian work. He has raised right now $24 million for the hospitality industry.
That's good. Wow. That's good.
Pepsi Cola donated $1 million alone on Pepsi Cola. Go Pepsi. And so this is Guy's wing recipe.
Okay.
And I just altered it with what I like.
I see.
So we're going to bring that to a boil. We're going to take it off. And what we do then is we add ice, because immediately what that does, it cools down the brine, and you can immediately add your chicken wings. You can add your pork loin. You can add whatever you want to that. And that way you don't have to cool down the brine and wait to add the protein.
Just throw them right in the pot?
Just after this is done, we just throw it right in the pot, just like that.
You brine all your meat?
We don't brine all of our meat. We brine our turkey breasts. Okay. We brine and smoke our turkey breasts. We brine our chicken wings. It just depends on the event. Like pork loins, we'll do some pork loins if we have to brine some pork loins. Every Thanksgiving, I'm a briner. Okay. For my Thanksgiving turkey, that's one of my favorite things to do.
Every 20 minutes, you were saying, right?
Well, that's the base.
Oh,
I have a 3-step recipe. Brine-based roast.
Okay.
So that's a whole different thing.
For someone at home, would you say, you suggest brining?
I would suggest brining, yeah, because first off, you're going to give it that extra moisture, and then secondly, you're going to give it that extra flavor.
Okay.
I'm sold.
How long does the chicken go in the pot?
Well, the chicken can go in the pot. You can go 2 hours if you have to, or you can go 24 hours overnight.
How long do you go?
We go 24 hours overnight. Okay. And then for our turkey breasts, though, because turkey breasts are so big, and we use that for our Bistro Cobb salad, our turkey clubs, our turkey breasts go about 3 days.
All right. Yeah. I think it's a good time to take our stopping point.
I think so.
Right?
So what did we learn?
Brining.
Brining is simple. Was that easy?
The rule of brining.
Yeah.
That's it.
It makes them juicy.
Now, if you wanted to make that a Cajun brine, just add some Cajun dust to it.
It's happening this weekend.
All right. I love it.
One more question before we go to break. What's the most important? The chicken wing or the sauce?
Always,
or the cooking process?
Always it's going to be the star of the dish. Like to me, when I cook pasta, pasta's the star. Okay. The sauce is secondary. Okay. That's the way the Italians think. Okay. For me, the quality of the meat's most important. But then you got to have a tasty sauce.
You do. And we're
personally, I like a dry rub wing.
Oh, that's it.
I love a dry rub wing.
I'm out. I want it in my fingernails for 2 days.
That's how I work. Dry rub, it's off, it's done.
I can't.
Done.
Yep.
All right, we'll take our break. Be back with the mayor and in Pesto's Test Kitchen in a little bit. Well, that was cool.
I was just saying, in a few minutes, you're going to have to take the jacket back off again.
We'll do it, in, out. And then you're going to join us on the next one.
I know.
You promised.
I do. I can't wait.
Okay.
I really can't.
That's one of those things, like, sometimes you just get a hankering for chicken wings. Am I right? I just had them the other day. Now I'm going to have them today. I'll be good for a little while.
Are you going to be okay with it?
Yeah, they're good. I can't wait to try the sauce.
You can have them on July 9th.
Yes, I can.
As many as you want.
That's right.
Well, Kelly Warren and I took a trip out to Carrollton, Ohio. And Michael, sometimes when you walk in a house, you just know that it's done right. You know what I mean? It's got that solid feel to it. So she's going to walk us through some of the differences between homes and the way that they're built and maybe why they feel that way.
Okay, after this break.
No hot water? Call A to Z Dependable Services. Our fully stocked rapid response water heater specialist will get you back in hot water in no time. A to Z is the only call you need to make.
Hi, I'm Barbara Corcoran. Are you thinking of selling your home but you're not sure which agent to hire? Go to kellysolditit.com and check out Kelly Warren's guarantee to sell your home or she will buy it. Go to kellysolditit.com and get your home sold.
Well, Home Advantage with Kelly Warren. Kel, nice to see you. We got to have a little break from the rain, and we figured we'd make our way outside for good reason. This house behind us, well, first of all, it's beautiful. And second, there's a lot of things that you may not see when you're just looking at it for, the visuals and for the face value of it.
Quality construction.
That is what this is all about.
It is.
So when these people bought this house, what were the kinds of things they were considering?
So they built it, and when you're building a house, you have a lot of choices. Everybody thinks about do I want the builder grade light fixture, or do I want to pick my own fancy light fixture and add some money into it?
Right.
And you have that choice on every single thing when you're building a house. So, do I want the vinyl siding and just the front brick and 3 sides vinyl, or do I want to go 4 sides brick and put a little bit more money into it? Do you want regular 2x4 construction, or do you want a better, well-built house and go 2x6 construction? So
this is a 2x6
right.
construction,
Yes.
completely brick all the way around.
Do you want solid doors, or do you want the faux kind of doors? Every aspect of building, you get to pick kind of, which way are you going with it. And these people didn't scrimp on anything.
No, they most certainly did not. And I'm looking at like this exterior wall here
Retaining
that wraps
walls,
around.
yeah. Landscaping, are you going with mulch or are you going with river rock?
This is something. We'll show you that in a second. But I mean, you're really referencing something that was done exactly the right way. And like directly across the street, we have brand new construction.
Yeah, so when you're in a neighborhood that's still building after your home has been existing for a few years, again, that helps with your home value too.
It most certainly does. And we're a little bit further away than we're used to showing people, but we'll also show like the views of just how this home is sort of situated in the area of the country, but yet still so much around it.
Yeah.
It's so great.
Yeah, you want to feel like that country, quiet, peaceful living, and you still want to be minutes from convenience. So
Well, that checks all the boxes.
Yes.
And your entire crew, you guys do such a good job of not just meeting people out here, making them feel comfortable, but everything online, all the resources on your website makes it super easy to click into stuff like this.
Yep, and if you're considering, should I build or should I buy something that's already built, and you're trying to weigh your odds there, give us a call. We'd love to help you out with those decisions.
And the phone number is very simple. You can call or text. I always hear her say that.
330-717-2689.
All right, Kel. My hair is about big enough to take
We're
over the
doing
entire house, so I'm just gonna like move my rear end back inside, okay? All right.
The AC works.
Yes, it does. You know what I mean? You can just tell the difference.
No, and people have said that to me in my house. They're like, when I walk up the steps, I can feel like in their house, it made a different sound than walking through a very solid house. And I had no idea, but then once you start hearing that kind of stuff, it makes sense.
Yeah, or like when you hear like the wind and it like doesn't shake, or you can't even feel the house move.
Yeah.
This one you feel safe in. You really do.
The 3 Little Pigs, they had it right. Go brick. I mean, if you have the money, do the brick house.
Yeah, go brick or go home.
And then go home.
Go into the home.
Yeah,
Never
right.
mind.
All right, what's next?
Well, gosh, we are lucky that the Springfield Grille is one of the greatest restaurants in the Valley, and they have tried to make it through the COVID-19 virus just like everybody else. They have a great staff there, and it's because they make dishes from the heart, Michael.
They do. Here's your perfectly plated for this week's show.
The atmosphere welcomes you immediately. The ambiance, the staff. The feeling that no matter who you are or what you feel like eating, they have it taken care of. That is the beauty of Springfield Grille, and its location is perfect to keep guests coming in the door.
Our owner, John McKinley, he's always picked restaurants that are kind of tucked back around hotels. And it kind of really carries you through in the slower months.
Thomas Smith started young.
Tuna tasting good?
And has created a career working for this restaurant group.
Been here about 17 years. I started off as a busboy, so I was in high school looking for a summer job, and it turned into me being general manager 17 years later.
From busboy to general manager, he has learned to walk the walk and talk the talk. And the ability to stay true to the things that make this place great has been a pillar to their success.
We've kind of found through trial and error over the years, not having the largest menu means you could do what you do very well and focus on that.
The core menu may not read like a novel, but this group of chefs has the ability to change with the season. And this year, fall feels a bit warmer thanks to the entire team.
You want to focus on seasonality, so whatever the season is, we're in the fall time now, so we're gonna see a lot of butternut squash raviolis, you're gonna see a lot of sage in the chicken dishes, the little bit heavier things that make dining in the fall so warm and comforting. He's like my dad.
And if you ever have a question as to what something tastes like, well, eating is believing, and their staff takes it seriously.
One of my favorite dishes is the chicken marsala. It's absolute favorite. It's my mother and father's favorite too. And then if I'm going toward a steak, ribeye is probably my favorite steak. And then the specials are kind of the where the chefs get to shine a little bit. and they could throw their creativity into everything, and it's just really a good environment. And then the servers get to try all the specials every night, so they could try them and sell to the guests.
As your entree arrives, take note, Steel Light is there with you in ways that Thomas and his entire team are thankful for.
Just like if you're an artist, you have your canvas, the different plates are the background, the backdrop of what we're putting our dishes on, and different plates let the food fall differently, and it creates a different experience every time.
And sometimes, good food only takes a back seat to kindness.
Steel Light is a fantastic product, it never chips. And as far as their service as a company, it's second to none. They've gone above and beyond in every aspect of running a business and working with us that I could ever ask for. And they're extremely friendly. You call them, you get a real live person answers the phone, they ask you how you're doing, and then you get down to business and they take care of you. I mean, it's hard to find these days when you're calling any company.
Oh, they make good things over there, don't they?
I just love it there. It's the first restaurant I ever visited when I visited Youngstown, when I moved here.
And we were talking during the story about our favorite things to eat there. And you go all over the menu.
Yeah, I like the salmon, I like the crab cake, but the lamb lollipop, I can't get enough of it. I really can't.
I was just telling her, I don't know of any other city that has lamb lollipops, and there are several restaurants in town that do them, and they all do them great.
They really do, and it's one of Sabina's favorite things because it's like easy to eat.
She's like a little Viking when she eats it. Just rip it right off like a cave girl.
I have a picture to send you.
Or something.
Speaking of that,
oh good.
She'll eat a tomahawk steak just the same. She's getting bigger now.
That's awesome. All right, shall we move on?
We shall, because you know what? We also have to reference the fact that we're in downtown Youngstown, and like July 9th, Bistro 1907 opens, and that's the reason I was thinking about her with the giant tomahawk steak.
Yep.
That's what made me think of it.
The crowd will be back this week, so it should be a lot of fun. Hey, I think a lot of people have to wait for their gardens to get going, and tomatoes, when they come, but it's not till like August. Not at Angiuli's Farm Market.
They are perfect too.
Yeah, and there are some
tomatoes.
secrets as to, not only for your garden, but as to why they have tomatoes earlier than everybody else. Back behind Angiuli's Farm Market with Carl Angiuli, and I had no idea. I thought all your tomatoes were out in the fields.
Yeah, we have this greenhouse structure here that we call as a high tunnel, and we raise some tomatoes inside.
Yeah, tell me the difference. Tell me what a high tunnel is. Kind of explain the process for me.
So we call high tunnel tomatoes, which, as you can see, the tomatoes are grown in the soil.
Yeah.
And we put the plastic down, collect the heat, and hold the moisture down and straw and keep the weeds out. So that's what high tunnel versus hydroponic, which is grown in water.
Okay. And then how many plants are in this particular greenhouse?
There's 1,000 tomato plants in here.
And do you grow different kinds of tomatoes, or you just kind of stick to one?
There's these right here we call Primo Red. We use it because we love the flavor, but we grow it in here and out in the field.
So the advantage is you'll get tomatoes before the people that have them out in the field or in their gardens.
Correct. You know, field tomatoes usually come in about primarily mid-July, beginning of July. These tomatoes now we've been picking for 2 weeks.
Okay. People are starting to come up at their house. They're starting to put the stakes in. Let's give them some tips so that they can have great tomatoes at their house.
Yeah, so you can either stake every tomato, which is good, and tie the tomato to the stake, as we did here, every 2 tomatoes between 2 stakes, and then you run your string in between, and then you want to make sure you want to start cleaning your suckers off of them. As you can see, the calluses that we've done here, we've removed the main sucker at the bottom when these plants were a little younger, and then we've come up and stripped some more leaves as they continue to grow, so your fruit will get larger tomatoes, and they will ripen sooner.
And the flavor will probably be better too.
Oh, yes, the flavor is awesome.
So when you take the suckers off, the strength of the plant goes back down into the roots instead of the sucker itself.
Yes, it will support more of those tomatoes and make them larger and sweeter.
I've never seen the strings in between the stakes before.
Yes, that's I guess more of a commercial practice to keep everything up, so when the guys are picking, they can reach in between the strings and take the tomatoes out.
How warm does the greenhouse have to get?
So these were planted around the 20th of March, and so we kept the temperature in here at 65 to 70 degrees all the way through, and then now with the heat, it's naturally, the sun keeps it very warm now, like 80 degrees during the daytime.
Yeah, and you were saying the whole thing with these tomatoes is you got to have daylight for them to grow and grow the right way.
Right. You could plant tomatoes in February and heat them, but you have to make sure you have to use supplemental lighting. So for us, we figure it's just a lot of work and it's very costly to do that. So we started March, so we can start picking tomatoes in June, and the daylight, they love the long days.
So when you see the inside the farm market, when you see the tomatoes, you guys have homegrown tomatoes already, even though it's the beginning of July?
Yeah, well, we're carrying two types of tomatoes because it's just not possible to supply everybody. So we have some hydroponic tomatoes, and then we have our own tunnel-grown tomatoes.
Very cool. All right, Angiuli's Farm Market, located here on 46, just south of the fairgrounds. Give them the hours again and the phone number again, or the website, or whatever you want to do in case people want to get a hold of it.
You can always check availability on our Facebook page, Angiuli's Farm Market, and then our hours are Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6, Sundays 9 to 5, 330-533-2046.
See, great secrets from Carl, and you don't have to wait till August to get your homegrown tomatoes. I had no idea. I didn't know about the strings between the plants. I didn't know they had early plants. I didn't know that they heat the place and it was warm in there. I didn't know any of that stuff, and I didn't realize they came out in July instead of August like everybody else.
Right, and when they start in March,
Smart.
they're thinking ahead.
And why don't they do it all year round? I asked that too. Well, you need daylight, and the days are a little bit longer now, so they can do it now. It's just not a good idea to do it in the wintertime. They'd have to put in a lighting system and all that stuff.
That was a big day for you, wasn't it?
I really enjoyed it.
You really did.
Because a homegrown tomato,
they're the
because you know how many for 7 or 8 months we get okay tomatoes,
like baseballs,
and then you get like 2 months of really good ones.
The ones that you could eat all by itself, right?
That's right. All right, we come back. Are we ready to eat again?
I am, and gosh, you two, the three of you,
the boys, and Trey,
the four of you.
Trey's going to do some
I
cooking
had to
too.
stay out of there, you know. Too many cooks in the kitchen.
But she's going to spoils the broth. She's going to taste it too when we come back. So stick around for this.
From the beginning, it's been like hard work, all me, trying to get this done, trying to get products out there, and coming up with different ideas. You know, every single product has a story behind it, and every story is because they were made to help somebody.
Be sure to join us for a very special Valley Spotlight.
It happens on Sunday, August 2nd at 4 p.m., the American Cancer Society Cattle Barons Ball.
And it's on TV. Meet the honorees, the music, and so much more.
And we'll have a live auction. It's all presented by Mercy Health.
Pesto's test kitchen, which is actually the real kitchen.
This is Bistro 1907.
Wow. What have we done to the chicken wings?
Well, we took the wings out of the brine, we patted them dry, we put them on a baking sheet, we put them in the oven 30 to 35 minutes at 350 degrees. You pull them out, and that's how they look. Okay. Now Trayvon is going to do he's doing the second part of the cooking, and then I'm going to do the third part of the cooking. Okay. So he's going to put those in the deep fryer at 350 degrees, clean canola oil in the deep fryer. We're going to flash fry those until they're crispy and a little bit golden brown, and then we're going to take them, we're going to bring them over here, we're going to throw them on the grill and get some grill marks on them and just a little bit of smokiness, and then we're going to put them in the secret step, the roasted garlic butter.
Yeah, you didn't know about that.
I did not. I missed that.
Do you have a deep fryer in your house?
I do not. Well, you know what? I do, because I deep fry turkeys for Thanksgiving.
There you go. Yeah, you can use that.
Idea.
Absolutely.
Same idea.
So now Trayvon's, what he's going to do, he's going to make one of the Mayor's other favorite dishes, our famous onion rings.
Okay.
Our tempura dipped onion rings. So Trayvon's going to do that. Yeah. We'll get the recipe up for the tempura batter. It's like an Asian batter.
Vidalia onion?
Any sweet onion.
Okay.
Now, we couldn't get the big jumbo onions today, so we're going to use a little bit of a smaller onion, because anybody knows it comes down to Bistro. We call them OMG onion rings, because the first time I served them on my wife, she said, "Oh my God," because they're so huge.
Do you ever do wet before dry, or is it always dry before wet?
We do wet before dry, or dry before wet in certain circumstances. Like if you're going to make chicken parmesan, pound out your chicken breast, season your chicken breast into flour, into egg, then into breadcrumb.
Okay. All right. So as that's going, he's got to get the wings out, and we got to put them in this garlic butter
Wings
sauce,
are out,
right?
And we're going to put them. No, we have to put them on the grill first.
Oh yeah, we got to make the marks on them.
So if Trayvon can hand me those wings, we'll flash them on the grill.
Okay. And what sauce did we end up going with for the chicken wings?
You know what? Since, again, we're talking about my friend Guy Fieri, we're going to attribute to him, we're using his bourbon brown sugar barbecue sauce today.
Okay.
Because Guy, again, he's raised $24 million for hospitality.
Yeah.
So we're just going to throw those on like that. And if Trey can hand me those tongs back. Thank you. You don't want to burn these. You don't want that char too bad on these because you're going to get some flare-ups as soon as they come out. You just want to get a little bit of that char just like that.
Wow. And they were cooked. We cooked them in the oven. So
this is a 3-step cooking process.
So they would have been done if you'd have just like
sure.
Oh yeah, you could have served them baked, or if you want to, healthy air fryer. Okay, you can use the air fryer. Me, I like that serious crisp on a wing. There's nothing like this right here, and you want to make sure you get both sides.
Wow, they really do crisp.
Oh, they cook quick. They cook quick. And then as soon as they're done there, we're going into this roasted garlic butter right here. Just like this, and we're going to toss them in that roasted garlic butter. We're going to come back. We're going to serve those great oh my god onion rings. We're going to serve the mayor's wings, and we're going to have a good old party.
Nice.
Sounds good.
It sounds like a plan.
All right, be right back.
When homes are selling fast, who can ensure you'll get the most money for yours? I'm Barbara Corcoran, and I've managed agents who have sold homes for thousands of dollars over list price. The key is to hire the agent with a smart, aggressive marketing plan. In the Mahoning Valley, no agent spends more marketing dollars and creates demand quite like Kelly Warren. Her marketing attracts hundreds of buyers every month and allows her to offer a buyout plan as well as flexible fees. Go to kellysoldit.com and get top dollar for your home.
Well, 72 years is a long time for anyone. It used to be that you were old at 72, but not anymore. We're just coming into a new age of regrowth for Ducat, and we're very proud to have been supporting the Valley and all of our customers for 72 years. It's a true testament to our customers having the faith that they have had in us for 72 years.
So let yourself go to Ducat. Let yourself go to Ducat.
Taste test time. This is the best part, isn't it, Lonnie?
This is the best part.
All right.
The best part.
Throw a couple wings on there, boys.
Let's go. Go ahead. Let me see.
So what? Get them up to speed.
So we've brined these.
Yeah.
We've baked these.
Yes.
We've quick fried these. We've grilled these. We've tossed them in garlic butter.
Yeah.
Now we're going to serve it with our famous ranch dressing and my good friend Guy Fieri, his bourbon brown sugar barbecue sauce. So we're going to put a couple on there for you, Mike. Lauren, a couple for you.
I'm a drummy guy.
You're a drum? Oh, I like the other ones.
Guy?
I like the other ones better.
Because my daughter Adriana, she likes the flats.
I like the flats.
My wife likes the flats. I'm a drummy.
You know some places they charge you extra for flats.
Yeah.
Or for just your arms.
And they charge you extra if you want them extra crispy.
Really?
Is that crazy?
That's silly. Give me one more flat.
There you go.
So what's that? So
that's our famous ranch dressing.
Okay.
And then we have the bourbon brown sugar. So Trey, you want to get in there?
Yeah. And I like that when you put the whole thing in your mouth and just pull out the bones.
There we go. So I'm going to take a bite right now. I'm just going to give a little ranch.
How is it? Is it that good? That's good. It's good enough to yell.
They're juicy.
All the juice, the citrus, the thyme.
Go ahead.
Phenomenal.
It's going down like this at the Brown's house.
You know what? I know it's early. I'm just going to have a little sip.
Oh my gosh. Look at that. That's gutsy. That's gutsy.
Somewhere, right?
Is there anything better than wings and beer?
No.
Like Julia Child used to always say, everything's better with wine.
Yeah.
I'm a little sad the Italians didn't come up with chicken wings, honestly. It kind of makes me sad. Yeah. All right, Mark.
Mr. Mayor, it's been an honor you having me here.
It's been absolutely good to catch up with
Thanks
you.
for bringing me in. I missed this.
I know you did. Well, Mike, we're going to be open.
We're open on July 9th, which is a Thursday, correct?
Thursday at 4 o'clock.
Open for dinner, 4 to 10.
Correct.
And then Friday, we're
From
open
4 to
for
10.
dinner also, and then Saturday begins the brunch.
Saturday begins the brunch. Everybody's been asking. That's one of our most popular questions. Because not a lot of places do brunch. There's going to be some limitations during these critical times that we're going through right now. We're not going to be able to offer the Bloody Mary bar and the Mimosa bar, but we're going to offer the unlimited on both of them. But we just won't be able to have guests go do it.
It's okay.
Sunday brunch too.
Sunday brunch too, 11 to 2 o'clock.
All right, get down here.
So good to see you.
Oh, I'm absolutely good to see all you guys.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day.
To life again.
Yeah, we will.
And the biggest thing we want to say is Youngstown is alive and well.
We're open for business.
We're open for business.
All right, jacket back on, chicken in my teeth.
How you looking good?
Am
I okay?
I'm ready to go.
I was just saying, I just had a little bit, but
I mean, when I come here, I'm not saying everything's not fantastic, but I never think to get the chicken wings and the onion rings. Now I have to rethink it.
we changed your mind?
Well, I didn't know they were cooking them on the grill and cooking them in the fryer and cooking them in the oven.
All over the place, and I gotta hand it to Mark. You know, when he knows a good recipe, he makes it his own, and they do their own spin on stuff, and it shows. Like, it really obviously. Right. I don't think I got anything on my white pants
or white shirt. It was very gutsy to wear this outfit.
Everybody was nervous for us.
I agree. All right, want to talk some hoops?
I do.
It's not really basketball season, but for the first time in a long time, the city of Youngstown and surrounding communities are talking about YSU basketball. Why? Well, lots of good players coming back and a fantastic coach. Now the question is, can we go watch them play?
Let's hope so.
But I'm really, really excited about what we've built here because I think it's a special time in our program.
To Morgan right wing, he'll jack the three, bang bang. Evans left wing fakes the three, heads right to the basket, hammers with the nail. To the top of the lane, pass to Quisenberry, gets around Robinson, runs to the hole, throws it up and in off the glass, and the Penguins have the...
Coach Jarrod Calhoun has good reason to be excited, and so do the Penguin fans. The basketball team finished with 18 wins last year. That's the most in a season in almost 10 years, and this season should be even better.
We've got a lot of guys that built up a lot of equity in this program. It means a lot to them, and they're kind of coming to the finish line. We've got a lot of guys back, and we've got a good nucleus of young kids that can really play.
The biggest disappointment of last season was when the coronavirus hit and wiped out a postseason tournament the Penguins were getting ready to play. Since then, they've been playing the waiting game like everyone else. Except YSU does have one advantage over the other league opponents.
We're a little bit ahead of the curve with inside the Horizon League because we're the only school that has football. So we're very, very fortunate in that regard that we have football. We have 45 football players back on campus right now. So I feel like not only our training staff, but the entire athletic department has done an unbelievable job. We've had weekly meetings every single week since COVID-19 hit. We've had Horizon League meetings. So I think the communication has been really, really good as far as what we're able to do.
And as we slowly get back into a regular routine, YSU can lean on the fact that they had the most wins at home last year, more than any other program in Division I basketball, 13 of them. And they feel like this home court advantage will continue.
You know, I'll be going into my 9th season as a head coach, and that's one of the things that we try to establish is home court advantage. And how do you do that? Really, it's not really about basketball. You got to get out in the community. You got to get involved. We've built a great relationship with our fan base, and we've seen that. When the energy inside the Bigley Center is at an all-time high, we were undefeated. You know, it was hard to beat the Penguins inside this building. Now going into year 4, we've got to continue to make the strides, make the next steps.
If and when the fans are allowed back to Bigley Center, they'll be able to watch one of the most prolific scorers in all of college basketball, Darius Quisenberry, one of 4 returning starters for the Penguins.
But having a guy like Darius, a guy that you can put the ball in his hands throughout the course of the game, put him in a pick and roll, either get to the basket, make a shot, or make the right pass. You know, guard play is very, very important.
And for the first time in years, the Penguins won't be sneaking up on anyone next year. They're picked as one of the top 3 teams in the conference.
No, I think it's going to be a little different, Mike. I think as you build, and as you have a little bit of success, obviously you get a little more credibility. So I think it's been a gradual increase, and then this year there's going to be some expectation. Our guys, I feel very confident they'll be able to handle those expectations. And knock on wood, we're just hoping that the Bigley Center is able to be filled.
That seems to be the only question about this year's team. Will we be allowed to sit in the seats and cheer the Penguins on? But either way, getting the players back on campus and beginning to build what promises to be an exciting season is a great first step.
It feels strange to be back, but it's exciting. This is what I've done my whole life. I'm a basketball guy. I like being around the guys. Miss those guys terribly, not being able to see them in almost, 90 days. There's only so much conversation you can have over the phone and Zoom. There's nothing like a face-to-face interaction. So when that day happens, here real soon, we're going to be excited.
So that's the question. I mean, we're all pretty fired up about it, but how do you have a home court advantage if people can't come to the home court and watch and cheer? And
when you're there, it's electric.
Right.
You can
and they're
feel
really
it.
good,
And
really good.
They've got some new kids coming in there too.
Yeah, we know
one
a couple.
One from Struthers. I know one. Couple. We know a lot of them, but yeah.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
We want that energy.
And I don't even know about football, to tell you the truth. Who knows how that's going to go? And that's going to kind of segue into the winter sports and things like that. So
I'm friends with you because you know things, Michael. You're supposed to know.
I know. I don't know yet. I have a bad feeling about football. I'm just going to tell you right now. I have a really bad feeling about it.
No, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
By the way,
my
to all the
favorite thing in the whole wide
fans,
world.
and yeah.
But
oh man.
All right. When we come back, the show goes into the toilet. Literally. We'll be right back after this. The time is now. Steel Valley Lifts knows you deserve the best car lift for our best price. Double your garage space with lifts starting at just $39.95. Steel Valley Lifts. We hold firm on American values. The strongest steel and the strongest workforce make the safest lifts. Call our skilled service team today and find out why our customers have been with us since 1988. Trust is built on strength. Visit steelvalleylifts.com and trust us to lift you in the future.
Welcome back to Valley Spotlight. We are right here, Bistro 1907 by Mark Canzonetta, counting the days.
Yep, this Thursday.
Yeah, he opens on July 9th. So make your reservations. They're taking precautions. Everything is under wraps. Everything is completely covered in plastic. And you're going to feel different when you walk in. And you're going to feel safe and you're going to have a good time.
Absolutely. And you're going to be full when you walk out. And that's the main thing.
Right.
So,
we've been eating pretty all right today.
When we were on the morning show, we used to have people come on, cleaning experts come on, and we'd ask them, what's your least favorite part of the house to clean? Same as you, the bathroom. Yeah. So today starts a 2-part series on how to clean, sanitize, deodorize your bathroom, starting with the potty. I know it's the 5th of July, but I celebrate the 4th of July for the whole weekend. How about you?
Oh, I try to.
There she goes.
It's Happy Birthday America, right?
Happy Birthday America. We would sing, but we didn't want people to watch the show.
No.
Yeah.
We want
So
them to watch.
Anyway, household hints and hacks. We just got done cleaning the bathroom.
Well, I did.
Yeah, well, I watched. I did the filming of it. And so we're going to talk, there's 2 separate segments. This one today, we're going to talk about toilets.
You.
Right?
Did you cut the cheese?
No, I didn't.
I didn't either, thank God.
And people mess it up.
They do.
I think they do, and they don't mean to, but anyways.
They don't.
Let's start from the beginning. What do you do when first of all, you got a brand new rag. Some people just do the swish around with the brush, and that's it. I'm going to move these while we talk. Okay, very good. All right, so go ahead.
Okay, which people can, if you have, I call them quickies, quick in-betweens, you can spray your toilet bowl, squirt it around, and then take your scrubby real quick, put it back. But we'll talk about that in a second if you'd like to.
Okay.
What I like to do when I'm at a client, even every day for myself, take that sanitizing spray, read the back, say it has to sit for 4 minutes, spray it. I know it sounds like a long time, but it really isn't, right?
Right.
So spray it down, 1 rag only, but let it sit, not your rag, because in the meantime you could be doing your...
you could be doing something else. You could do the
like
sink. You could do something.
The tub.
Right.
That I just did with a little bit of scrubbing powder. But anyways, back to your toilet.
Okay.
let it sit while you're doing other stuff. Then you take your rag, wipe down the hot spots I tell you about. Toilet seat, back of the toilet seat, actual toilet seat. But the scrubby part does get your stuff out, but the disinfectant needs to be on the toilet seat, the handle, anything you commonly touch.
I noticed you did the toilet seat a couple of times.
Because, you know, we go a couple of times a day.
Right.
I do, but unfortunately, wipe it down in between, even with just but let your product sit. At least for the dry time, but then wipe it down. Once a day, twice a day, 3 times.
When you did the inside of the toilet bowl with the scrubbing of the brush, I wanted to ask you about the brush. Do you actually use a brush that eventually you throw out?
Well, in between clients, we only use one brush a client.
Okay.
But and you only have one brush, toilet brush.
I've had the same brush for years. Isn't that terrible?
Pitch it, please.
Okay.
Recycle it, do whatever you need
They're
to.
not that expensive. You should really be changing out your brushes.
Dollar store. Yeah, change them out. We change ours every month, at least. Because scrub that down, let it sit, but I usually keep it out of place, out of sight, out of mind, but keep it in mind. If you keep it in the closet, all the germs that are on that brush, they're gonna be, keep it in the closet. But you get what I'm saying.
Got it. I got it. At the end, you flushed the toilet.
I flush it twice. If it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's
All
brown,
right,
always flush it down.
All right.
But yeah, twice. At a client's house, flush it once, re-clean it, flush it twice with another rag sometimes. But just a piece of toilet paper, 2 flushes.
Contact information for the business is?
234-600-7251. Sarah's Helpful Hints and Hacks on Facebook and Instagram. Or Sarah's Cleaning Yo.
There you go. It's the thing nobody wants to do, but you got to do it. Take these hints and get it done the right way. God love Sarah for doing that. You probably don't even want to clean your toilet, but you have to clean your toilet, and she went and did it for us for the show just to give us some tips.
She is the best, and she's
Spraying things and scrubbing
she's got
things.
I
didn't know that about the toilet brushes. Did you know that you should just get rid of your toilet brush?
Yes,
I've had the same one for years.
Oh well, I'm not going to talk about mine either. I can't judge you.
That's fine.
No, can't
Please
judge you.
All right. Anyhow, we're doing the bathtub in the next show.
Rub-a-dub-dub.
Little pitch.
Sounds like fun.
All right, the subject matter of the Foster Theater has changed, but going way back, I mean, this was one of the places to be here in Youngstown.
And it has a lot of famous names attached to it, and so sometimes you see something, and it's nice to know the entire story behind it. So take a look at the Foster Theater.
The Foster Theater, located here on Glenwood Avenue on the south side of Youngstown, is one of the last remaining landmarks of the old Fosterville district. Today, the Foster is an adult theater, one of an estimated 35 still left operating in the country. But that's a long way from where the Foster was when it opened in 1938, as only the second theater on the city's south side. Joe Chagrin, the Foster Theater Company's president, had a storied career in live theater. He started as an usher at the Grand Opera House in downtown Youngstown and worked his way to becoming one of the youngest managers in the business. Chagrin managed the Park Theater during its heyday, where he met George M. Cohan and lifelong friend Al Jolson. Known as the Youngstown man who Broadway knows, Chagrin received congratulations on the Foster's opening from Jack and Harry Warner, W.C. Fields, Daryl Zanuck, and other Hollywood luminaries. Representatives from all of the major movie companies attended the theater's opening. During the 1940s, the Foster thrived. 30,000 people lived in and around Fosterville during that time, and 70,000 people lived in the entire south side of Youngstown. The Foster became an art house in the early 1960s, showing such films as Federico Fellini's 8½, and Juliet of the Spirits. In the late 1960s, adult theater entrepreneur Louis Schur took control of the Foster. By 1973, the theater was screening such films as The Devil and Miss Jones and Whatever Happened to Miss September. In 1974, the Youngstown Vice Squad raided the Foster, Mahoning Follies, and New Park Burlesque
for violating state obscenity laws. Yet the Foster outlasted all of the other neighborhood and downtown theaters, and today is the last operating theater in the city of Youngstown.
Pristine Dental is accepting patients of all ages. We understand your needs during this difficult time. We'll be following public health mandates by offering one-on-one provider-to-patient care. Appointment times will be extended in order to sanitize before and after each session. And there's no need to wait inside our office. One of our staff members will welcome you into our building for your appointment as you wait safely in your vehicle. Protective gowns and eyewear will be provided. Your health and safety is our priority. Call and book your appointment at Pristine Dental today.
To wrap things up, we brought Mark back. Excited about the opening
We
this
are
Thursday.
so excited. Thursday, July 9th, 4 o'clock, we're ready.
It's been
on the wings too, though.
I know.
Really good.
How tough's it been the last couple of months?
Well, I think there's some good things, obviously. Bonding with the family has been great. Dinner, like the old times with the family, has been great. All of us together every night. What's been tough is a guy like me that's been going a million miles an hour since he's been 15 years old to come to a sudden stop. It's been a little bit difficult, but we kept ourselves busy. You know, we're always planning about Bistro, what we're going to do in the future. You know, we still have future concepts we want to do. And we just want to tell everybody, Youngstown is alive and well. Come on down.
Right.
And we're being safe about it. We have partitions. They have taken, the utmost in care in making sure that we are COVID-19 clean.
Yes.
And, your staff is just looking forward to making people feel comfortable with such a great menu still.
Would you mind mentioning your staff? Because it takes a lot for people to sit back.
Well, first off, the staff has been supportive since the day one. They have actually gone out of their way to be worried about my wife and myself versus themselves. Right. They've been really concerned about this, and we can't thank them enough. And and the help they did with us when we first shut down and getting us back ready to open COVID certified and all those kinds of things. They were all volunteering and helping, so it's been great. That just hats off to all of them. Big guy over here, Trayvon, that's helped us so much.
They're all so good, and they're also
all of them. The management team, everybody. So it's been great.
Well, thanks for watching the show this week. There are different platforms on which you could watch.
There are so many. You can go to YouTube, subscribe to the channel there, and Pesto's Test Kitchen is there too if you want to see more of Mark. Plus, you can watch us on Roku. You can watch us at valleyspotlight.com and Facebook and Instagram. I think that's it. And Twitter.
Best show in Youngstown.
Best show. One of the best restaurants in the whole valley. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a
You
good
guys are my
Sunday.
family.
We'll see you down here this week. If you like this video, subscribe to Valley Spotlight on YouTube and be sure to click on the notifications bell so you know when we've got some new stuff. You also can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to us on Vimeo or our Roku channel.